I want to sell things online. These things are not haram, and I'm not using haram stuff like, okay. For example, I'm selling electric stoves, but for ads, I'm not using the actual picture of the item I have. Instead, I'm using pictures from the internet because of better quality and display, just to attract customers. The product which I sell is different in dimensions or size, but the function is the same. uh, no, this is not permissible. So, you can use, for example, you can have a picture of a mug, right? And this mug can be identical to the mugs that you have. It doesn't have to be the same mug you're going to send to them. If it's going to be exactly the same, something minor, maybe like a little scratch or scuff or whatever, there's slight imperfections in practically everything, to the point that something wouldn't be classed as being damaged. That's okay. So you can, share one image and then send another item, not the one that was taken, the image was taken of. But if you have to show the customers exactly what you're selling them, right? And this is, part of the honesty, integrity a believer has. One of the Sahaba, he was selling flour, and he was in a sack. And then the Prophet put his hand, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he put his blessed hand into the sack, and the flour underneath was wet. So when he scoops it to weigh it, the wet flour is going to have more weight. So the person actually gets less flour than what he thinks he's, paying for. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked him, about this. He said, "Oh, it rained and the water got in." So he said, "You should have." He said, "Man ghashana falaysa minna." Whoever deceives us and dupes us isn't one of us. He's not acting like a believer. So no, take a picture of the actual item and sell it, or take a picture of that item, from online somewhere, and use that as a display. Otherwise, you can have a 200-pound, grill, where you're grilling food, and you can get a 20-pound grill, and say they do the same thing, right? So you have to use the actual image, or an image of the actual item.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul